Right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Pure Dead Brilliant podcast. I'm Lewis.
I'm Charlie.
And I'm Joe.
And today we bring you season 2 of the Pure Dead Brilliant podcast. Clap, guys.
I'm so excited. Let's get a show on the road.
It's been, a couple months since... Well, wasn't it lockdown we quit?
I think it was June, end of June, or something like that.
Well, anyway, it's been months since we've actually talked together collectively because of lockdown and other shit. But we are back, better than ever, and we've upped the production quality a bit. I'm not speaking through... Oh, shit.
I love how you say that. We've upped the production quality. More professional. Ba-ding!
I'm so sorry. Was
that yours or was that Joe's?
It was mine.
I'm booting you off this podcast.
Anyway, we've upped the production quality. We even got a wee animator to animate all three of us. And it's a very nice gift. We love it. And props to that woman that done it on Fiverr.
Oh, it was a woman, was it? I thought it was a man. Imagine me assuming genders. That's poor.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, today we're just going to discuss what we're going to do on the podcast now, where we're seeing ourselves and what we've kind of been preoccupying ourselves with over the lockdown and shit. Lewis, would you like to take it away?
What am I talking about? What I've done or what we're doing?
Yeah, what the direction we're trying to head the channel in?
Well, just before we finished the podcast, or it was just after actually we stopped the podcast, we changed this into basically just a channel where we uploaded different stuff. So it wasn't just the podcast. It was obviously, as you've seen, the last video uploaded was the football one. So we're branching out in that aspect. We're doing more than the podcast, but in terms of the podcast, we're just going to keep it going, upload as much as we can, and keep it going. That's about it.
We want to also bring you higher quality of content. Joe, me, and Lewis all feel passionately about wanting to give you not just the podcast on a high scale. We also want to give like more real life content, whether it be vlogs, whether it be challenges, whatever the fuck you guys suggest, we most likely will do if it's in such a high demand. We've all been working away in our respective areas. Joe and Lewis now have sports channels. I assume those links will be in the description.
I'm editing this, so yes, they will.
So go subscribe to them. As somebody that doesn't watch a lot of sports, they are still enjoyable to watch, so I recommend. And I've just been grinding away, shifting my content a wee bit. But now that we are finally back and we're about to have a bit more of normality in our lives, because obviously college is starting up again for the three of us, and yeah, sleeping schedule's going to be shifted hopefully, and yeah, we're just gonna work our fucking asses off to make sure you guys have good content, whether it be podcasts or real life videos. And yeah, Joe, would you like to say anything?
Just like to say that definitely going to head more in the creative side of the channel. I think with the real life videos, those will be a lot more enjoyable to watch, because a lot of people don't have a time to sit down and listen to a podcast, but they'll still get the Pure Dead Brilliant crew. And
of course.
And also, obviously, you mentioned we've all just kind of been grinding off in our own areas. So you've been trying to do YouTube, so has been Lewis, and I've just been trying to do YouTube, whilst also stressing myself out with my actual job, which is out to the max, but it's all fixed now.
Yeah.
Channel's gonna definitely evolve over the next couple months, especially for individual challenges. Channels. Well, challenges, so.
We just want to give you more content and be happy with the channel, because we done our football challenge video and it done kind of alright. It got like 63 views, I think, but we weren't really prepared for that video, Lewis. But anyway,
it's my fault that just any charge.
Well,
the battery pack. I mean, no.
I mean, well, anyway, but yeah. So, but we want to give more higher content. Make sure you guys are happy and we can be content with the production we give you. I've been working away, getting more connections, if you will, in the YouTube atmosphere. Also making friends in that. And we are going to bring you more guests. That's something I was always really passionately feeling. Always wanted to bring guests onto the show. Obviously, we did once with our Scottish mate Jamie,
Jambo.
which was just a good episode, a good chaotic episode. But there's so many more characters out there that I want to showcase to the podcast. We have so many people lined up. There, it was kind of like blown back how many people wanted to be on the podcast, and obviously we just got to go through who we're gonna have on first, who's gonna have the most to talk about, all that shit, and yeah, and then make sure to follow our Twitter in the description because
Yes.
we'll also be posting there with like threads and polls saying what questions you want to ask these people. Hopefully we'll have a poll up in this week because I want to get somebody on. We don't know yet who. At the time of this recording, we do not know who we're having on yet. But I have made a list of people that want to come on. So yeah, we'll when the time comes, you guys will see your guest on, and it's gonna be very good. And it's gonna be fucking amazing. Well, what else, guys? What else?
I think we should just change the subject to what we've been doing. Just
Right, okay.
aye.
We've covered what's in the future for.
Yeah. Well, Les, what have you been doing? I don't really know what you've been doing.
Not a lot. I've been out. Well, at the start of lockdown, basically, I was trying to lose weight, which did not work at all.
Oh,
Like I went out. I went 2 jogs, and I was like, "Nah, I just accepted it. It's not working." And then most of the time, I just spent playing games, making videos, and sleeping, and eating, and being fat. But recently, well, I say recently, it was like 2 days ago. Went out on another jog, and I'm trying to lose weight again.
That's
So
fair.
and like, just to shorten it, basically, all I've been doing is sleeping and playing games.
And you also hit 400 subscribers.
Yes, I did.
That's also a pog moment, if I've ever seen
I hate
one.
that word, but thank you.
Pog and chat.
Poggers, mate.
I hate that word along with the. I don't even know what you'd call it. The thing you done earlier, Joe, with the 2 fingers.
What?
I call it the simp symbol.
That,
The one where your 2 fingers do an L shape and you put them together.
Oh,
I hate
that's
that.
literally just take the L.
That's not.
Or dub.
No, it's not.
Are you talking about dub?
No. Right. You make L's with your hand and then you put 2 index fingers together.
Oh,
I don't know what
do you
that
have
is.
any idea what he's doing?
No.
Joe, you literally done it earlier, and I was like, I don't like it.
Let me see.
No, I'm not coming on Discord now.
This is.
How do you not get it?
I don't get it. I don't
Right,
get
right.
it.
So to make
about.
two L's shapes with your fingers
simple.
on both hands, and then put your index fingers together.
So it's like a diamond without a bottom.
No.
Right, guys.
Watch, right. I'll quickly come on Discord. Come on, quickly.
Watch, right, Lewis. I'm going to show you. What I know what you're talking about. It's this.
Yes.
Right, an L is this.
Aye, but you know what I mean. It's the same shape, just the other way.
That's not
Aye.
an L.
No, it's the same shape.
That is a point. You could have just said when your fingers are pointing to each other.
That's what I said. The index fingers together.
You said 2 L's pointing.
Aye, together. Right, just doesn't matter. Right, that
Red
symbol.
diamond.
Anyway, aye, what you been doing, Charlie?
I have, again, as I briefly said, I've been grinding away at the whole YouTube shit, making sure I have a nice wee platform, followers, subs. I don't really give a shit about numbers and stuff, but I had a bit of a, what do you call it, writer's block when it came to YouTube, so YouTuber's block. I was obviously producing like a lot of gaming content, and I don't know, I wasn't feeling happy with the shit I was posting, and it was just like, I felt, because I was posting like fucking like nearly every day, whatever, but then it just kind of got to a part where I was like, oh, I could be doing way better content than this, or doing stuff that I enjoy more, what's funnier, yada yada yada. And it felt like I was just a generic gaming channel. So that's when I changed my content just a smidge to some commentary related ones. Also, I'll be back with gaming. It's not done and dusted, but I just got fed up with it, and I think a lot of people will go through that with their channels. They'll get fed up with the content. Obviously, they'll shift it. So I shifted it a bit more to commentary, and I'll have a lot more commentary videos coming out. And I don't know when I'll return to gaming. It's not gone, but at this time, I'll be posting a lot more commentary related videos that I feel happy with and that's funnier and more well edited because I'm learning shit. And yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. And I've also been like chilling. That's generally it. Lockdown's been boring as shit. And I might start streaming soon as well. So that's kind of cool. So what about you then, Joe?
So definitely near the start of the lockdown period, I started getting my channel up and the go. We did streams, got a good few subscribers out of it, and then I just hit a kind of wall where I didn't play any games. I didn't speak to any of my friends on Xbox. Didn't speak to you guys. I was just kind of in this weird space of mind where I only work 2 shifts a week, but when they're double the length of what I was used to, it really just kind of, it just like dampens your mood a lot. So all my head was about was work, and I would just come home from work, and then I would have like 4 days off, and I would literally I tried the same as Lewis. I tried to get fit. I went in a few runs, and it only lasts like a certain amount of time before you're just like, I can't be bothered. So what I really needed was the gyms to be open to get motivation.
Yeah.
And my gym's still not open, even though most of them are.
But that's the thing with lockdown is I don't think the government really understands what it's done to people's mental state. Obviously, it's affected all of us physically, but young men and women's mental state, or just older men and women's mental state, have fucking plummeted. I know mine did for quite a large bit. When lockdown first hit, like, you just feel so down in the dumps, fucking, like, you don't feel motivated at all, like, literally. And I was even contemplating, because obviously I want to do something in script writing, or I just enjoy writing scripts, whatever. I haven't written a script in ages, and I guess I still do it now. And I was always like contemplating it. I was like, maybe I should just fucking give up, because I'm shit at this, blah blah, poking holes in all my creativity, whatever, because lockdown's like clamped any motivation. Like, I remember when it first started, I was like, I was in a huge writer's block as well, and I kind of still am. And I was like, what the fuck am I going to write about? Like, writers take inspiration from the world, and all I see is a fucking wall with a wallpaper of fucking white bricks. It's not exactly a healthy place to live. But yeah, that's just me. That took a really depressing turn, but it's just very unmotivating, as Joe said. Like, you're like, it's almost like your brain is working in what's the word? Auto fucking
pilot.
What's the word? Oh, that's it. Thank you, guys. Autopilot. Like, as Joe might say, he was like going to work, then coming back, but you're it's kind of like you're not in control of yourself. You're just doing stuff you usually do, and you have no emotion or love for the world. You just feel dead. And it's sad to say, but it's fucking depressing, isn't it?
I'd start to feel a bit better, but probably in the last 2 months I've really been back to myself. I've been talking to you guys more. I've went out in the car a lot more, talked to my friends on Xbox a lot more. But it was just at the start, it was really like hard. Then I made a lot of videos and I did well, and then I just, even right now, I don't know what I want to do with my YouTube channel. So I've made a sports channel because I know that right now, in my head, there's a lot more creativity I can do with the sports I watch than what I've got in my first channel. So that's the whole reasoning behind that. And there will be like videos on there as soon as possible, but I just hit an absolute block. But overall, lockdown's not been too bad for me, seeing that a lot of people obviously were stuck in the house and didn't even have work. I still got to get outside and seen like the environment, and I seen all the craziness like at the start and stuff, but I'm really just vibing with it at this point. I don't like care anymore. This is the new normality for the next couple months. More than that, maybe.
Yeah. And it's
Get used to it.
it's so disheartened as well. Literally, it just feels, what's the fucking point? It's so, this is taking such a depressing turn, but it's true. And there's probably a lot of people that are listening right now that can relate to it. That it's just been very autopilot. You've just been kind of working. Lewis, did you ever feel like that?
Yes, I done absolutely hee-haw. It's doing the same things over and over since probably February, just before lockdown. Well, apart from going to college, obviously, because I done that in February, but most of the lockdown was obviously we were in-house. But most of the time I was just in my bed sleeping or playing games. There wasn't much I done. So it was very hard to do anything.
I would turn the game on and just I had no motivation to play the games.
I was the same. I would sit my PlayStation on and just do nothing.
I was solid point where I was just grinding COD and I really enjoyed it, and then the last couple months, or not last couple months, last couple weeks, I've just not. I went to my Xbox for the first time last night in like over 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just,
I feel you. Yeah.
I get periods like that. I just don't do it. I go on my PlayStation, sit in the home screen, and just like I'm not doing it.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Gaming's different from what it used to be. You used to go on, you could all jump in the same game with your friends, and you'd enjoy it. There's no games like that right now.
Agreed.
I'd say you're the only one now is probably COD.
The only one now is COD. Not everyone plays that.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people get burnt out on it, and that's just the reality. That's like just the state of gaming. Like we used to all jump on Destiny, and
Destiny was so good.
Just isn't that anymore.
Yeah.
And it's really unfortunate because Destiny's one of my favourite franchises, even though I don't play Destiny 2. If not much or any more until this new update comes out.
I feel that spiritually, because that's what a lot of players felt and still feel about GTA. Because I sound like an old man when I say this, right? I know some of my mates that like got it like a year after like online came out, right? And they only know it off like the fucking rocket launchers and shit, right? But see, back when I first had GTA, and I was there when online first got released, I remember even how broken the servers were, it was still enjoyable. Like, you'd go to Gerald, you'd be like, you got to do a pickup. You only had a pistol and a shitty car you stole off the street. I loved that. And you just grind until you got the fucking penthouse you wanted.
The most expensive car was a Bugatti.
Yeah, oh mate.
It's so weird how much has changed. That now, as you said, Charlie, it was like, you got a pistol and it was just a car.
Yeah.
Now you've got flying cars and alien guns and it's weird.
I sound such like an old man, but it fucking has ruined it. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, but for like 30 fucking minutes. And that's it.
I've not played it since I get reset because of it's just pointless.
I can't go on GTA anymore and like play myself. I see, back in the day, I loved it because you could drive for your wee pistol, being like, yeah, I'm gonna save up for an AK. This is gonna be great. Like, but now it's like you can't even drive about. You get fucking blown up for some cunt in a fucking motorcycle that flies. It's so.
You go in your own session. You need to do endless races and endless jobs to afford anything.
I feel so sorry for people who are getting it today because when I hopped on, like, I don't know, 2 months ago or some shit, actually, it's probably been longer since I played it, but you see level 1 players and you're like, they must have such a shit time. Like, this game must not be fun to them because back in the day, obviously, everybody was down on their luck. Like, they had no money, they only had a gun, they had a weak car, everybody was shit, essentially, right? And now there's constant fucking jets targeting players like that. It's like, there comes to a point where it's just not even fun. It's like, I mean, troll who you want, right? But it's just like, it's not that fun. How do you take enjoyment out of just shooting somebody repeatedly dead? Like blowing up the car repeatedly.
Yeah, it's funny. There's people that just do it full game.
It's so sad.
They should do the same as Red Dead, where you only show up in the minimap if you're close to someone.
Red Dead's so broken though.
I hate Red Dead. Well, I like Red Dead, I just don't like the online.
Yeah,
and
the
it's shocking.
online is so shit because right, so there's a thing called a ferment rifle, right?
Mhm.
A ferment rifle is supposed to be used to kill like animals, like small critters, rabbits, whatever, right? Explain to me how that, probably the cheapest rifle in the game, is stronger than the most expensive one because it locks on so quickly and fucking headshots man, one shots. It's such a broken fucking online system, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. Rockstar used to have one of my favorite games of ever, GTA, right? And I would pay fucking good money for GTA 5 to have the online of GTA 4. I don't give a shit about customization if I'm honest in that game, right? If you guys ever played GTA 4, you'll understand what I mean. The online was absolutely amazing. Like you literally just run about with the set with your friends. Yeah, you could do team death matches if you want, but you could go into Burger Shot, just vibe there. There's and I thought the combat was quite better. It was just felt more free, if you will. But yeah, they fucked it. Yeah, fucked it. See if when GTA 6 comes out, they have to do something amazing. Yes, honestly,
You know the problem I only had with GTA 4?
what?
The driving was shit. I
Oh
couldn't.
yeah.
So
The
The
was
driving was
something
terrible.
else.
I could never get
Oh Jesus, mate, that
I was playing it the other week, and I was like, this is so much different to GTA 5. It's so weird.
But it's so much better though. Like, see the online. I sound like a fucking rambling man, but it generally is amazing compared to fucking. I would literally pick that over GTA 5. Yeah, that online because I used to love it, and I guess I still have some love for it. But they beat me. They beat me down. Literally, I don't want to play it. It just feels like such a task.
It seems to be that throughout the years that Rockstar Online seems to be going downhill. GTA 4 was really good, GTA 5 was alright. It was good at the start, and then it's alright now. And then Red Dead's just absolutely shocking. I used to think Rockstar were like, when it comes to microtransactions, they were not that bad. Like shark cars, you didn't really need to buy them, but you could. But in Red Dead, it seems to be you need. Let's see the new update. I can't remember what you call it. The naturalist update, whatever it is. To actually start the missions, you need like 20 gold or 25 gold, which takes forever. I think an equivalent, if that was in GTA, that'd probably be like, I'd say 2 million just to start up missions.
Oh, yeah.
It's mental.
It's so like right there's this update in Red Dead, right? We're rambling a bit too much about games, so I'll end on this, right? They had this update, right? Essentially, you had job roles, and if you know me, I love role playing in video games. It's so fucking fun to me. Like I would love a game where you can actually have like a job and shit. It'd be awesome. But I digress, right? So they introduced Sims, a bit different. That's why I like Sims though. I do love Sims. But anyway, right? They introduced rules into the game, and when I heard that, I was ecstatic. They added a bounty hunter, this treasure hunter, and someone else I forget. Right, so I was so excited, right? You got to buy a license. So I'm like, right, I have a wee bit of money saved up. No, you need a fucking microtransaction to buy the bitch. Unless you've saved up gold from fucking, I don't know how many missions you do, but there's a shit ton you have to do. So I'm also bought it. But it pissed me off. And I haven't touched it since.
Yeah, I've given up on it.
Generally. Anyway, but move on from fucking us ranting about our games and shit. What else is there to discuss about the channel and us?
One of my things that I do that brings me happiness. I've not been able to do is go to the cinema.
Oh, the cinema is so nice.
I know some cinemas are open.
Is it?
Yeah, I've seen people on my Instagram go to the cinemas to watch like Tenet and stuff.
Oh,
But
I don't know.
I don't know if my local one's open. My local cinema opened because there's a Costa in it, and the Costa opened, but not the cinema.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I was just an open.
Is that the one in Kilmarnock?
Yeah, the Odeon.
Apparently that's shutting down as well.
I just
Apparently.
doxed you, alright.
Sorry.
That's fine. I don't stay near there anyway, but I do go to that cinema. But I went in there because I thought it was open because the lights were on, and it's just the Costa. Got a
Mate,
hot
it's,
dog.
it's so sad. Yeah, and that's it. And it's like, even though we're going back to college, right? I'm sorry this is taking such a dark turn, but we're going back to college now, right? But we're only going to be in one day. And that, to people that don't understand, that's really a kick in the nuts for us. Because we really do need practical gear and stuff. Like, there's 2 courses we missed out on because of coronavirus, right? And it was a course that was going to help me out personally. Because, again, if I haven't said it fucking too much, I want to write scripts and shit, right? And they're gonna do it was like analyzing graphic novels and stuff, right? So that would have helped me, Joe, Lewis, or anybody else that fucking likes scripts or whatever, or just wants to get better storytelling. That will help us get better with graphic novels and graphic features, whatever, right? But we couldn't even fucking do that, and we missed out on such a big chunk of fucking work because of coronavirus. And it fucking annoys me because Boris Johnson or whoever the fuck's in charge, I don't give a shit, they fucked us, right? They fucked us and blaming all of us for their fucking mistakes. Cunts. Right.
Imagine blaming the youngins,
Well, obviously,
classic pedo move.
We do have a point. We do have a part to play, but they're blaming all of it solely on us. Say if they took fucking faster action, maybe kids wouldn't be out fucking at parties and shit. But nah, it's all us fucking fault. Fuck off, you Tory fat cunt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got really pissed off there.
I find it weird, and this is also to Scotland, it's not just the Tories and that, but I find it weird that the schools are back full time, but colleges and unis and that are going back one day a week.
Mate, it makes no sense. And I think I've and my girlfriend is starting college and stuff, right? You know, we're going to school like every week, right? She goes to college every 2 weeks, so she's even more shafted.
One day every 2 weeks.
No,
a couple of days every 2 weeks.
Like a fortnight. So essentially, she'd go in, right,
Jesus.
and then they'd have to wait like 2 more weeks. Then they can go in.
I just wouldn't even send them back.
Actually need to revise your notes.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I also heard. I don't know if it's true, but I heard that there was students in a different course that are coming in every 3 weeks. So as in they'll go in like for, I don't know, let's say Wednesday, right? Wednesday. Then they have to wait 3 weeks to go back into college. That's nearly a fucking month. Like, they're fucking taking the piss.
That's probably the point where you would get nothing done.
Yeah, literally. And it fucking annoys me because these people also need practical work, and these cunts are just fucking
I know
government.
a lot of girls in my work, they have all went back to uni, but it's all 100% online.
Oh, fucking hate that.
See,
I
with
couldn't
my
do that.
work, the managers don't seem to understand that it's still work.
Yeah.
It's still regular class times, it's just at home.
Mhm.
Because I remember someone in my work asked the manager that blah blah blah, I'm going back to this. Oh, you'll need blank and blank. I'll need this hours.
Mhm.
And they came back and saying, "Well, if it's online, you can still work that day." And it's like, "Well, no, that's not how it works. I still need to be at my computer. I still need to do the same amount of workload." And it's like, holy shit! Just people don't understand how it's working, and it really frustrates me.
I agree because it's like it's not like an older person thing, but it doesn't take 2 fucking brain cells to understand it's still a class. You're just doing it over the fucking
Most people
cameras
in
and
my
shit.
work, at least a lot of them, are students.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a no-brainer when everyone's telling you the same thing.
Generally, it irritates me as well because I know like it's fucking 2020, everybody should have a phone, blah, blah, blah. But I know there's some cunts that can't afford it, literally can't afford it, and they're gonna get shafted because of the whole fucking program. I think I've ranted about this before, but I feel very passionately about that shit because it's unfair. People being, for example, a student couldn't go on the laptop and look up like their fucking classes for next week, right? Because obviously they don't have the money and shit, right? And it's so fucking unfair that they are being left without an education because the government fucked up and didn't put us into lockdown sooner or took better precautions. Fucking wankers. I don't usually get political or anything, but it does irritate me to fuck. Like, it's so unfair. Joe, me, and Lewis, and many others are so grateful to have fucking internet or laptops or PCs or whatever the fuck, right? But there's some people out there that do not have the fucking facilities for that, big man, and it fucking irritates me. And
Good reference.
Facilities for that big
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Anyway, that's all I gotta say on that, because that irritates me. There, I have to get off.
Yeah, I think someone should rub your shoulders, Charlie, because you need to calm down.
I'm sorry, I've actually been sitting on that for say it.
Well, all I can say is, moan the independence.
I honestly, I'm with you, to be honest.
Yes!
I wouldn't used to, but I think we fucking need it, because...
The first vote, I was like, nah, but now I'm like,
yeah. And do you know what fucking... Right, one last thing about toys. Right.
I talk about toys, let's go.
There was this Scottish spokesperson or some shit. I don't know
Tommy
the actual...
Sheridan.
I think
The
it
older
was
one.
Todd.
The guy that's older.
Yeah.
Aye, Tommy
And he
Sheridan.
he was like having a passionate speech about Scottish independence, saying we should be controlled by blah 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 blah. Fucking Boris Johnson was texting on his phone the whole time, and then he was like, so obviously he's clocked down. Was like, when the Prime Minister is on his phone when we're talking about our independence, then Boris Johnson, his snooty fucking voice, was like, "Oh, say something important then," and all his fucking colleagues laugh. Fuck off. That is generally abuse of power. You're literally clinging on to us when we just want to fucking go.
That is
Fucking
actually true. They don't want us to go, so they're just clinging on because they get more money.
I had a conversation with somebody on Twitter. This is so irrelevant, right? But I'm just saying it anyway.
Right.
And they're just informing me about the Irish history, because why not? I was curious. Then we just started discussing like history of England and stuff, and they're just cunts. I mean, I have nothing wrong with English people, whatever, because, my family's English. It'd be a bit strange. But the England country as a whole has always tried to take power from other countries. Fucking, which island is it that fucked off? Was it North Ireland?
No, it's Southern Ireland Republic.
Southern Ireland, right.
Aye.
They fucking made a good deal and just fucked off.
Aye.
Like, they didn't want to be abused. But we're here now. We're fucking grabbed by the fucking bollocks. And now we can't fucking leave their bastard sight. They fucking abused us fucking years ago, and they're still doing it now, and I fucking hate it.
Do you know the Shetland Islands are claiming for independence?
Oh, that's...
Yeah, so the Shetland Islands are obviously, they're a part of Scotland.
Uh-huh.
But they own the majority of the oil.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
I think the reason behind it is they don't, because England takes a lot from them.
Uh-huh.
And they're wanting their own independence, so it would be UK. So it would be, if Scotland gets independence as well, it would be Scotland, England, Wales, Shetland Islands, and
Jeez.
Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. So it's all different split parts. The Shetland Islands would be its own thing, but I think the Shetland Islands want to do it is so we can still trade with Scotland
Uh-huh.
and not give any to England.
Joe, that's
one of the reasons.
Joe, I think there's actually going to be a day where the UK won't be the UK anymore. Like, how can we call the United Kingdoms if there's no kingdoms?
We're thinking
Like,
about the... What was the name of it again?
Camelot.
No, I can't think of the name.
What?
Was it British
The Bristol.
something?
The
No.
Britons.
What was it? But it was British something. See, with they owned all the islands in different countries and that.
The British Empire.
Aye, Empire. It's all crashing, so that even more countries are out of it now.
I know it's...
So I don't think Britain will last long.
I don't think so either. If they keep treating... Well, no. If the government, if the English government keeps treating Scottish or Wales or whatever the fuck, if they keep treating governments like shit, and then why the fuck should we stay with them? I don't get it. It's about mutual respect.
I really don't get the 45% that still want to stay in the UK. I really don't get it.
I genuinely believe you. See if we had another vote for independence, I believe that fucking...
It should.
We'll lift, yeah. I 100% believe
Right,
that.
if we were independent in 2014, right, we wouldn't be under Tory rule. We'd still be in the European Union. We'd have so much more money, and our education and that would be much better.
agrees. Do you know what? I think we're the. I don't know. What is it? What did I say about Scotland ages ago? It's something about the LGBT being put into the curriculum.
Oh, aye, that's
like,
happening, isn't it?
Are we like the first country or some shit?
I think you are the very first country.
First country to release education on LGBTQ plus and stuff.
See, fucking say we won about Scotland. Call us mugs or whatever, but at least we're fucking diverse. Dickheads. Literally. Fucking where was England where the LGBTQ plus community would fucking die? Nowhere.
To be fair,
too busy on TV talking about his oven and chips.
England's full of homophobes and racists, so you don't expect much.
I don't
Why do you think Brexit went ahead? That's a racist vote.
It is actually though.
Aye.
It is.
The reason behind it is to get immigrants out. And
Exactly.
It happened. What do you mean? How did that happen?
It's funny because they've done it to get immigrants out, but it doesn't really have anything to do with immigrants.
See, without but to be fair, think about it like this: without Brexit, Michael wouldn't be alive.
Exactly.
Brexit
Michael's on my channel, so if you don't get that, well, I'm guessing you mean Michael from my channel, aye? Aye, right, okay. Aye. Michael, it's Michael. Oh, it's just Charlie. I mean, it's not Charlie. I've exposed it.
Mate, I can't believe we had a full-on rant about politics.
I need to say one more thing before we change, though. No, I need to say one more thing quickly. Aye. So, obviously it's going to be more now, but must have been a few weeks ago I've seen this. So the actual amount that Scotland, the government have lost, obviously because coronavirus, lockdown and all that, we lost money. I think it was 7 billion that Scotland lost, whereas in the UK, well, the rest of the UK, basically Wales and England and that, it was 700 billion. So if Scotland was independent, we could pay that 7 billion off easy. But I think I don't know if Scotland already did because they're part of the UK, but I think they asked Westminster for that money to pay it off and help the economy and that, and he just said no.
I
they get plenty of money.
Why are we in a democratic bar? Why do we?
We're not even in that because
are we not?
Well, I mean we are technically, but if Scotland vote for it, and we're not going to get it because we're too small.
Yeah.
I hate it. That's what pisses me off as well. Fuck off. Let us vote for what we want. You shouldn't get a vote in what we want to do.
Scotland's sick. Why do you think there are an average boost of 10% of people from America every year moving to Scotland?
It's because Scotland's a fucking UK. It's a beautiful ass country, and no one can say otherwise.
It increases by 10% every year from people other countries moving into places like Glasgow and Edinburgh.
Yeah. See, if you love animals, move to Scotland. Literally, this isn't me ripping the piss. Literally, probably a 2-minute walk from my house is a horse. I could pat it whenever the fuck I want.
I'm the same actually.
Literally, see.
Chickens. I own chickens.
I know, Joe's just a farmer.
I've got unicorns at my back garden.
No, but
unicorn.
No, but for real, if you love animals, fucking come. You'll find them anywhere. If you're in a decent establishment, you will find a fucking animal somewhere.
The whole one of the big reasons people move to Scotland instead of England though is I didn't actually know this, but our prescriptions are free. In England, it costs £8 and up.
Does that actually?
I thought the full UK was free.
What's the point of NHS?
Well, that's getting privatised, so.
Our education is free, and any paid education in Scotland is under £5,000. In England, it starts at like £1,000. There's no free like unis.
Oh, that's it.
And we get free school meals as well, in England don't. So
anyway, let's move on.
Aye.
Right, Joe, what would you like to talk about?
Not too sure. That whole conversation's really.
It just blew my mind.
I need to sit down and have a smoke now.
Okay. So that way we need to go outside, get some fresh air.
Mate, honestly, it's just I'm glad we let that guest. It's been see what you guys watching this now. It's actually been a long ass time since we've all sat down and had like a long chat with each other. We've only been able to get like 30 minutes in or some shit.
We've probably two long chats in since we finished basically, which was like 3 months ago.
Yeah, exactly. So this is just us catching up as well and just getting shit off our chest. I don't expect us all to rant about that.
This will probably be the most messiest episode.
Obviously.
Intro.
Yes.
We're back.
Yes, we are back, baby. And we're coming back with guests and shit. If you
a bang.
We're back with a bang. 55's confirmed.
If you
Fuck, we need to move on to football because I want to rip some Rangers fans.
Was that that was a great? Is that your Halloween costume, a zombie?
No, it's a coffin, mate, because my club's deed.
Before we move on, to whatever Lewis wants
Football.
to
I want
talk
to
about.
talk football. It'll be funny.
Right, okay. If there's anybody you specifically want on as a guest, please comment that down below, and we shall look at it on high demand. Yeah, of course you can.
Obviously, as Charlie said, anyone you would like to see appear in the podcast that you think we could get, don't go putting PewDiePie in the comments, obviously.
Because you're not funny.
Aye, because you're not funny, and it won't happen. But we love you for tuning in. And also, leave in real life videos that you'd like to see in the comments, because we will need assistance with that. Because we're probably not the most creative mindset when it comes to in real life videos. So put that in the comments as well.
Yes.
Okay, Lewis.
Well, I'll move on now. So, in terms of sport, there's a few things. First thing is that there's actually a part of... there's a football tournament happened from last season that's still not happened yet. The Scottish Cup. There's still the semi-finals to play, which are usually played in like February or something. They've still to be played. Also along the final, obviously. But also this season, I'm happy to say that Rangers may be top, but they are 2 points behind. Could be 5. Get it up them. That's it. Just like to get it up.
Oh, thanks, Liz.
Aye. No, they drew against Hibs, and Hibs are a good team, to be fair. They lost. They legit
for Hibernian.
Hibernian, yes.
Team. Any of those football people that don't know what's happening.
Yes, Hibernian. Yeah. So they dropped 2 points, but Celtic have got another game in hand, so it could be 5 points. But we
that should caught up in the Scottish League.
I'm still gone, mate.
Okay.
Off, you tit. Anyway, so Celtic, I've got Hibs to play next, and then Rangers, which I'm going to be honest, I think we'll struggle against both of them.
Yes, you will.
Yes, I reckon Hibs. The way we're playing it now, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a draw.
3-2.
Hibs or Celtic?
I don't know.
Ooh.
I
think Celtic. I don't think Hibs will win. I think it'll be a draw or a very a close result, like maybe 3-2 or 2-1. In terms of Rangers, I don't know. We'll need to see their next performance, but I'll say at home, I'll say 2-1 or 2 each. Obviously 2-1 Celtic. Really. Aye,
obviously
close games.
I am a Kilmarnock fan, and that's about as much as I say on our start to the season. But we beat Hamilton.
Aye, true. With 10 men.
Probably the worst team in the league.
Ah, well, you won my tenner, so it's alright.
Yep. The Premier League's back also. Yep. Probably did touch on that before, like the old podcast, the old season. But
I think it is back. They're just back.
It is back and in full shine. I do love the Premier League. You can catch Premier League content on GP Sports, but I'm a Chelsea fan, and yeah, Liverpool game wasn't the best, but
you move on.
Calm down. You move on.
It's the same as Celtic.
You need to give the new team time. New signings don't immediately click. Alright, Thiago Alcantara is definitely a robot, but that's beyond the point. I think one of my predictions is Liverpool's going to win 2 in a row, and a few Liverpool fans are actually disagreeing with me with that.
That's
and the luck.
They've started quite strong.
I just don't want Man City to win.
That's true. I think we should just give someone a chance.
Man City's playing now. Let me actually check the score right now.
See if Wolves win this, they're going to win. They're going to win the league.
It is currently 0-0, 17 minutes in.
Very nice.
And City are dominating the stats, but we're only 17 minutes in, so we can't tell anything. But yeah, I just don't want Manchester City to win. I would literally take anyone else. I think we'll actually have a much better season and potentially get top 5, top 4 instead of top 6.
So you get top 4.
We'll just need to see and wait. And that's all on sports.
No, I'm not finished. Well, I'm no. I'm going to say, yes, on my second channel, The Boys, is obviously Celtic stuff, and on Joe's, he will do, I think they're doing a mix, aren't you, of Kilmarnock and Chelsea stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, well.
Wait, yeah, that's it. Sub to channels, link in the description.
Premier League stuff, and when international rugby's back, you can see me doing Scotland rugby content. Because I do like myself a bit international rugby.
Aye, but all I can say, in terms of the government and regulated rules and that, fuck rugby, fuck the government. For this week anyway.
Next week will be alright.
Aye, next week it will be alright. Week before, alright, but this week, fuck them. Right.
So me and Lewis have basically talked a lot there, Charlie. Would you like to add anything?
I know nothing about it.
Other than this is a absolute congealed episode of everything.
Aye.
Honestly,
In every subject and possible.
Well, to be fair, we've been going. Well, I don't know exactly because I've stopped and started a few times, but I think we're about half an hour in.
We
It's a
are
good time.
over that. We are like in the 40 minutes.
All right. Well, I say it's a good time to end it then. As a basically a new intro video. No
Yeah.
video, but episode.
if you get again, if you have anybody you specific, just comment it down below. And if you have any ideas for rules that can involve the three of us, also put that down below because we want to do more shit, produce more content, have a laugh, you know. So yeah.
Right. So is that us?
Right.
That's us for the intro, guys.
Right. So we'll see you in the next episode, which will be up. Who knows? Next week. No, because it'll be this week then. Aye, next week.
Aye.
So yeah, see you guys in the next episode.
No upload.
See ya. Bye.